Hi, welcome to Be With Jackie. So today I'm going to a wedding, a black tie wedding, and I thought, why don't I just do a wedding bridal look? So whether you're going to a wedding or you're the bride yourself and you need to do your makeup, here's a fun option. So I already did my hair, my face is all clean, I just came out of the shower. So what I'm going to start with is the Too Faced Born This Way Porcelain. That's the shade that I'm using. I find that it works really good for, I use it on a lot of my brides that for whatever reason, if they don't want an airbrushed makeup, this is the closest to it. So I'm going to put my hair back and we're going to go in. So first I'm going to use my Sigma Large Concealer Brush, F65. You can use it for your foundation as well. I find it works really well to get under my eyes, and especially like after I do my makeup or a bride's or any client's makeup, to go back in. So do so far just one pump. We're going to start underneath our eyes and go in just like you would do your concealer. So I do like my triangles underneath, out to the side, go down the side bridge of my nose. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelid just so it works as a primer. So we're going to put a little bit more on, dot it on our nose, and then use the rest on the other eye. Same triangle motion technique. And then go all the way out. Make sure your hair doesn't get in the way. And now we're going to bring it across where we were on our nose. Cover all those little creases. And then bring it up to our forehead, putting a little bit more on. Dotting it there, dotting right above my cupid's bow, going above my eyebrows. And usually I use the Purity from Philosophy makeup cleanser. My skin's a little dry, this weather is hideous. Very cold in Jersey. So going underneath my lips, and we're definitely going to make them very luscious today. And now we're going to get a little bit more, bring it across my lower jawbone, and other side, and now we're going to bring it across our neck. So far I have a really good base, but I like a little bit more. I do sometimes like 2 coats just because I like it to last a lot longer, but I do find that this lasts like close to the 8-hour range. So I'm just going to take this regular beauty blender. You could wet it as well if you want a more natural effect, but I kind of want it to stay a little bit more, so I'm using it dry. So we're just going to do one pump, just enough, dabbing everywhere we just were, across our face. And sometimes it's a little less rough on the skin, I find, if it's wet. But we're going to do another coat. Just so everything stays. One more for good luck. How about that? So then we're going to go in with our powder foundation. And normally I would set my face before and after, but I ran out of my favorite setting spray from Urban Decay, so it's going to stay anyway. Alright, so now, before we actually do that, I'm going to go in with first my Mercier Rose Gold Caviar little highlighting stick, going across my high points of my face, prepping the eyes, we might as well just do that, and going down bridge of the nose, forehead, underneath my lip. And now we're just going to take that beauty blender and just kind of dab it in there. And then we're going to use another one that I really love. We're going to use a Stunner from Tarte's Pro Glow. It is like glow to the gods. So we're going to dab a little bit onto that beauty blender because it does come out a lot. And so literally dab. Putting it on high points of our face. And kind of just dabbing that in there. Beautiful. Alright, so while that sits, we are going to go in with one of my favorite MAC Studio Fix foundation, and my shade is NW22. So we're going to go in with my another favorite, Sigma Large Powder F30 brush. Do a little dab, swirl and dab. Going all across my face. And I like to do about, I refer to it as coats, just like you're doing your nails. 2 coats for now. And if I have to go underneath my eyes later from fallout, you have that option as well. And you could do baking, but today I'm not doing that. So now we're going to go into contouring. I absolutely love to contour. So we are going in with the Kylie Jenner Skinny Dip palette using the shade Bronze. That's that beautiful shade. And going in with my favorite nose Sigma Precision Taper I want to say that's 26 or 86. I use this every day, so it kind of wore out. So going across the ridge of my nose, trying to shorten and slim it. And it's a very light bronzer, so it's perfect for if you're lighter skinned, works great, not too dramatic. So now, since that was very light, normally I would just blend with whatever was on my brush. Sigma Large Angle Contour F40 brush, great for great precision. So dabbing into that color once again, and just following what we did, blending a little bit more. It actually really smells good too. Dabbing with this brush, going across our cheekbones, where that hollow is, bringing it across the side of the forehead because we want to just make it more contoured. Going on the other side, going across the forehead, because nothing is worse than an unblended forehead when you see a difference in the skin tone between your hair and your makeup. One of my biggest pet peeves. Now going across the jawline. See, it's very natural. And now, we're actually not going to use that highlighter. We're going to use Bronzed from my Anastasia Glow Kit, the Sun Dipped one. Love it. I hit pan on one of the colors, but we're going to use the bronze one today. Very light. So we're going to go in with the Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. Very good. Dipping it, lightly tapping off excess as always. And going across our high points of our face. And dipping a little more for this side. Okay. So now we are going to go in with our brows. And I'm using my favorite Benefit Brow, Gimme Brow, in the shade 3. That matches my eyebrows. And just kind of shaping it lightly. And now we are going to prep our eyelids even more, going in with the NARS primer and just bringing it across our eyelids. My favorite is the Urban Decay one. Love it. Comes in all different great colors. So now we're going into our eyes, and we are going to use the Natural Eyes from Too Faced palette. And we are going in first with the color Day. That'll be a nice base color. And I am using from the Naked 3 palette, the Urban Decay, using the flat side of the brush. And we are going to go into that color, and we're going to bring in inner corner, lid, to our brow bone. Kind of just sweeping it. And now we are going to use the other side for our crease, and using the shade Sexpresso. Love it. It's a nice dark brown. Tapping off excess because we don't want it to be too dark. You know, I still want it to be natural, but just enough where you see it. So going into the other side, windshield wiper motions. And now we're going in to, that was actually Heaven, but we're going into the shade Silk Teddy. This is this blush color. And we're going in with the original Urban Decay brush from the first palette. Tapping off excess, going inner core to lid. Might as well just bring it across our brow and towards the ends. Now we're going to go in with Erotica. That's this shade right there. It's like a dark chocolate with a little bit of gold specks in it. Very pretty. Using Sigma Large Tapered Blending E35 brush. Going windshield wiper motions. And what's great about this brush is it's really good with blending. This is one of my favorites of them. I have a lot of favorites. And going in with this light brown, it's like a light milk chocolate brown, it's called Nudie. So we're going to go in with that and using the Sigma Blending E25 brush. So we're going for nice and natural today. And now we are going to go in with, I'm going to stray from this palette for just 1 second, going in with the Urban Decay Stargazer. It's this gorgeous like yellow gold, so pretty. The lighting does not do it justice. Tapping off excess using my Sigma Short Shader F20 brush. Going just across the lid because since it is like a yellow gold, I don't want my eyes look yellowy. But it's just like just enough to get that gold specks in the light. So now we are going to go in with the shade Chocolate Martini. It is so pretty. It's one of those other chocolate goldy specks colors. Really nice using my Sigma Small Taper Blending E45 brush. I love this brush, and also lately I've been using it across my lower lash line to blend it for that really smoky effect. So far we do have a very natural look, very nice. And now we are going to do our liner, and I am using the Kylie Cosmetics bronze shade. It's very pretty, it comes in a little pot. And we are going to use, I think this was from the Kylie, the one that came with it. So make sure our brush is clean and dipping in and tapping off anything that's like loose because you want it to be like a nice precision line. So going in, we're going to do a little cat eye because I love the cat eye. I think it's so beautiful. And just taking out about a little bit and bringing kind of like the eyeshadow with it so you have like a nice smooth effect. And we'll go back in and blend that line out just with a clean brush and bring it across your lower lash line. And you could go in with that brush that I just told you about, the taper blending, and then whatever, just smudge it out. Very pretty. So going the same thing on the other eye, keeping it as symmetrical as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. See, very nice and natural. Love it. Alright, so now we're going back with that brush and we are going to smudge it out. So just windshield wiper motions and then following your eyes. Beautiful. So now we are going to go in with our lashes. I use the Tarteist Pro in the shade Goddess. So I'm going to open these up, and since I have small almond shaped eyes, I am going to cut a little bit off the inner corner just so we don't lose that flare from the outside and just so it fits my eye shape. So we're going to do that. Get these out of the package. And we're going to put them on with the Tarteist Pro Lash Glue. So taking this off, and this, I grab my left side first. So they're nice and natural, they're not too like in your face glam. So using my scissors, they're really obnoxious, they're huge, they're little Eiffel Tower. And cutting off just a little bit of that inner quarter, like maybe a centimeter. And dropping everything. Then measuring it to my eye. Alright. I could actually cut off a little bit more, just a tad more, just because my eyes are small and you don't want it to look fake. Okay, so now going in with that glue, and very ever so lightly, you don't want a lot of glue in your eyes. So taking whatever's left on that brush and kind of just smudging it onto that line. And waiting like a second or two, just kind of fanning it out. Make sure it's slightly tacky, because if it's wet, it's not going to stick. So going onto our lash line and just sticking it there. Okay. And if you have to use more glue to press it down, sometimes I do that, but you should be fine. And then we'll tug it a little bit later just to make sure that it's pressed on in there. So we're going to do the same on the other eye, cutting off like a centimeter. And then we'll apply our mascara. And then we're almost done. So this is a pretty easy look, in my opinion. And doing the same, putting glue on it. And fanning it. And then we're going to go into our other eye, put it on. And I kind of just drop it onto my lashes. Onto my lid. And just kind of place it there until I feel that it's has the right spot. I feel like it's pretty good. Make sure you're not stuck. And you have to put on more liner just to blend it out a little bit better. But I think we should be okay. Alright, so letting this one dry. Tugging this one. Alright, she's secure. She's good, she ain't going nowhere. So now we're going in with the Urban Decay Troublemaker Mascara and kind of just setting it in too. And it'll kind of leave it in place and it'll connect with your eyelashes just so it looks a little bit more natural. So we're going to go in. I'll probably do 2 coats because that's what I like to do. And going underneath and over the top. Kind of just blending these lashes and going across under eye. And now we're going to go to the other eye, but we're going to tug. She's secure, she good. She Gucci, okay. Taking another coat. And kind of just doing the same thing on her. Try not to get your mascara everywhere. Keep your hair out of your way. And kind of just doing your lower lashes and putting it all together. We'll do one more coat, just because why not? Will never hurt nobody. One more coat for good luck. Because we want these lashes voluptuous. And just making sure we got no clumps. Lower lip. Okay. So now I'm going to fan myself a little bit. And now we're going to go into our lips. So I'm taking, first my lips, I have larger lips, but I like to make them even more plump. So I'm going in with the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. Putting that on my lips first. You could line your lips if you like. Just today, I don't feel like lining them. So going on with this. And just putting it on my lips. It tastes like candy. It's so good. Love it. And now going in with the Naked 2 from Urban Decay. Love it. It's this nice nudie color. Going across the lips. And I could leave it at that, but I want a little bit more. And we are going to go in with Angelic from Huda Beauty. It's this beautiful, like, rose gold pink. So pretty. It came with the liner Muse. You could use that too with it. And putting that on our lips. And I'm going to leave it just at that. I wouldn't do any more. This is nice and natural. This is my wedding look, bridal look. So thank you so much for joining me with Jackie. Let me know your recommendations, comments, subscribe. Let me know what you want me to do next. And tune in soon because I am going to do a Christmas look. Have a wonderful day.